sten og klokkenet. Jeg skal være mega længe vågen, og jeg vil dø. Nej. Fuck. Jeg tror, jeg kaldte den for... Cashew? Get you that, bitch. God dang it.
Here's the blood seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts, no doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here.
Probably right.
You see how the ancient blades
Try
revered
using your
even
blood on the
Cyrodiil?
carved seal on the floor. That's done it. Look, it's coming to life. You did it. Here's the entrance. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in the sky.
No. Fucking god, hvorfor fanden er I så langsomme for helvede? God dang it. 1 time senere. Og de er ikke kommet en skid videre. 1 time endnu.
Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead.
Pick.
Shaw's bolts, here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved, huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculptural relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, yes. Let's see what we have. Isn't it amazing?
Kan vi komme videre i historien?
Ah, of course. Not everyone has an appreciation for the artistic wonders of the world. Let me see if I can find the right panel.
Oh, Samuel, you little piece of shit, you're going to die. Jeg går lige bare ham nu. Okay, godt.
Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the wall. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
Fus! Roda! So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
Oh,
you
yeah,
mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons. Or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then.
Okay, jeg gider
Damn
fandme
it.
ikke høre på det her siden. Interesseret i historie.
Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
Yeah.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us.
Oh, yeah,
It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for.
Yeah.
Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel.
Okay,
The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they need
Okay, vi
their
skal
ancient
bruge
mission
Dragon Roll,
fulfilled as the last
som er
Dragonborn
shouten
with all
lige efter vi får. Ja, jeg tror faktisk godt, jeg kunne klare spillet i dag. Men jeg skal fejre det sammen med min mor. Ja, det eneste jeg kommer til at gøre, det er at skyde konfettikanoner i hovedet på hende. Hun har seriøst købt en gun, der har konfetti i sig. Kan jeg ikke? Jo, det kan jeg. Jeg kan fast travel. Det er vist også nu, hvor vi skal op til deres master. Ja. Før vi kan lære Dragon Roll, så skal vi op til deres mester, og så lærer vi nogle nye kræfter. Omkring det, hvordan man gør nogle specielle ting og sådan noget. Du lærer en kraft, der er Sky Cleaner. Den er rigtig lort. Du får den brugt et par få gange til sidst i spil, her nu og til sidst i spil. Det er en, du skulle sørge for, at dit stamina ikke går ned, når du climber op kæmpe bjerge og alt muligt. Med kraftig vind og sådan noget. Så kan du bruge den, så bliver værsforholdene stille, hvor du bruger den shout. Really don't care. It's just fucking boring. Men jeg stoler altid på Greybeards, fordi de har kun gjort noget for dig. Du gør ikke noget for dem, de gør noget for dig.
Wind, guide you. Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
Nej, den vil bare være lidt ond.
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
What's so bad about Dragon?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself. But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Okay. Jeg undrer mig lidt over til sidste spil, hvordan fanden jeg vil klare det. For det kan jeg virkelig ikke lide i sidste stykke, hvor du møder de der små stas-tingester der. De er fandme ikke rare. Jeg skal bare ud af, ikke? Yep. Jeg går bare ud. Det ved jeg ikke, om jeg gider at gøre i dag, men jeg vil gerne tale til ham der. Det er fandme ikke nemt at få Elder Scrolls på den. Men nu har jeg heller ikke givet noget bedre armor til hende her.
Still here. I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Slap nu af. Jeg giver dig noget bedre armor. Hvad fanden? Det var så ikke meningen. Hvad er hun på lige nu? One-handed weapons deal more damage. Så jeg skal lige give hende et one-handed. Den der.
Lead on.
Jeg har i hvert fald givet hende noget bedre. Og jeg skjold. Ja. Jeg tror i hvert fald, jeg har givet hende, hvad hun har brug for at kunne blive lidt bedre.
The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. Look. Va. Kor. I will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
ret får man fra 12. Den er ildkraft. Den kommer i hvert fald pænt til sidst.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly.
Yeah, sure.
Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Godt.
Look! Bakur! Look! Bakur!
Det er hvad Sky Clean gør.
Look! Look! Bakur! Look! Bakur! Look! Bakur!
Lige nu der kan jeg i hvert fald ikke lide det. Nå ja. Igen, der skal bruge Lograkko, tror jeg den.
Look! Bakur!
Lograkko! Hvor skal du komme igen? Der hvor jeg bare synes, den er en kraft her, den er useless. Du kommer til at bruge den så lidt. Det er først ved sidste bossen, du kommer til at bruge den. Er vi her? Ja, det er vi. Og bare rolig. Det er ham.
Dremjolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
You're the master of the Greybeard.
They see me as master. Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits.
Ja. Okay, så de siger ord, når de faktisk brænder ting.
A gift, Dovahkiin. You understand fire as the Dove do.
Nu giver han Snack en Dragon Soul. Eller giver han mig bare en Dragon Soul? Love it.
Now, show me what
Gav han mig bare kraften. Nej, han gav mig kraften.
you can do. Greet me, not as elf, but as... Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul.
Okay, nu har vi gjort, hvad han bedte om.
A dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dovah's dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How did you know to claim that the bears did want me to? Do you know that?
Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I need to stop. I like this world. I don't want it to.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born? Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
I never thought about it.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him. Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Sulyek. Not I. Which is why I have tea. If you with the you could learn Dragonrend from those. Croesus. No, I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
Godt. Nu har vi en option.
Sum Ark Mora.
Vi kan spørge 2 personer. Men den vi nærmest bliver nødt til at spørge, det er Esbjørn. Fordi det er ham, jeg bliver nødt til at stole på den her let's play. Så ja, sorry for det. Men jeg kan rigtig godt lide det Gravius. Vi kan lave en anden let's play med det, hvor jeg bare spiller hele spillet igennem igen. Fordi jeg har brug for en profil, hvor jeg ikke har brugt mods i hvert fald. Så tænker jeg også, at vi tager til Right Runs hestested, så tager vi en vogn hele vejen til Winterhole. Eller Windhole, hvor fuck det er. Bare et eller andet sted. Ja. Hvad shout har vi egentlig på lige nu? Vi har fodskrudt. Jeg tror, jeg spurgte Asbjørn sidste gang omkring den her.
I used to dream of it. In the dream I was standing someplace high up, a tower or a mountain. It was always just before dawn, and the whole world was in... Ah, you're back. I hope you've made some progress on tracking down this shout we need to defeat Alduin. Ah, indeed. There's a pretty puzzle. Not the kind of thing you will find in your local bookshop. Let me think.
Perhaps the College of Winterhold. What learning there is in Skyrim is gathered there. One of the mages there may be able to put you on the trail of this Elder Scroll.
Option completed. Så har jeg i hvert fald lige klaret noget. Hvordan kommer man så hele vejen til Vanderbruden? Det er anbefalet, det er, at du tager til right run.
On the flat.
Oh my god, jeg tror den forkerte sted. Ikke på den måde, man skal tage til right run. Man ikke gået nøjagtigt ligesom mig, fordi man skulle egentlig bare have gået hen til den der hestehandler. Og så står der altså en vogn der. Men jeg tror, vi spawner udenfor. Nej, vi skal i en loading-skærm igen. Elsker folk ikke bare min stream står i loading-skærm overalt. Jeg skulle også lige holde øje med, om ham der han stadig er i gang. Fanden er han så party med 5 personer sådan for et par timer siden. Så var det ud. Undskyld, og jeg bliver nødt til at gå sådan her. Og så er jeg også mit personlige liv her. Det er også derfor, jeg ikke streamer nær så meget igen. Jeg kunne sagtens streame mere. Jeg kunne streame hele dagen. Men jeg har altså sit privatliv, jeg rigtig gerne vil det. Jeg synes, da jeg sidder i party, bliver fandme lidt mærkeligt. Så jeg synes, der er jo en altså det fedt. Nej. Tror jeg kan se.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar. I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Where do you want to go?
Vi skal til Winterhold og sådan.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Okay.
I've been looking for you.
I can't
Let's
wait
see
here forever.
here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Okay. Okay, det kan vi gå på den tidspunkt. Nu har jeg bare ikke fået en mission til dig. Ikke lige nu. Nå, det er missionen nede i Dragonborn.
You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they called themselves. I hear there's whole...
Ja, de er rimelig fucking populære. De er sådan lidt overalt. Khajiit. Altså, fucking idiot. Haven't you met one of these cats? Ja. Sådan 4 gange. Bare igennem en stream, tror jeg.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with travelers.
You'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day?
Don't just walk away from me. Where do you think you're going?
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. See you around.
Altså, jeg er ikke her for at join. Det der er det Greybeards. Nej, det var det ikke engang. For vores frag. Fanden mærkeligt, den. Stop det der. Jeg kan ikke være i evig. Så kraftig jeg drager heller ikke. Er det i gang med at skade den? Jeg tror det dræber. Okay, man skal dernede og aktivere hende der. Bitch. Fint. Vi aktiverer hende. Det kan alligevel være fucking nemmere. Vi aktiverer hende bare. Så kan vi gå ind og få vores kraft. Og nu behøver jeg heller ikke at stoppe med at kunne løbe.
Welcome to the college. I trust you found... Now I must... If, however, you seek something more, I will be happy to... It is no great... The good people... Thus, we must take certain precautions in order to secure our safety. Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scroll. But what you... It would seem that the college... Not just anyone. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The fear spell has saved the life of many an illusion mage.
Har jeg den?
If you could cast it on the... No. If you can pass the test, then yes. Excellent. Yes, you were going to demonstrate your ability, were you not? I look forward to it. Much knowledge lies within the college's wall. No. Or you can try your luck with... Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Cast fear spell. Fear added. Fear. Jeg har ikke nok magic.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Jeg har ikke nok magic til det. Fordi jeg kun har 100. Og eftersom jeg ikke har nok til at level op, så kan jeg ikke gøre noget. Fuck.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for There's nothing more I can teach you. Take a look.
Noget med en nøgle? Nej, det er noget her.
No, we don't mistake. And most of us are quite satisfied. We are the only group left in... There are others who study, to be sure. But they do so in private and often in secret.
Men jeg har ikke...
If you can pass the test, then yes. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that. That gave me the shivers. So the stories are true. Normally, I think there is much. I think I'll lead you across the bridge. So the stories are true. Normally, I think there is much that we can learn from each other. Mirabelle will be waiting.
Good. Glad we...
Og jeg har fandme ikke tiden til det der. Jeg gider ikke at høre på dig. Jeg er ikke nogen wounded man. Jeg er et godt menneske. Nu kan vi gå ind. Og vi har lige vist hende vores voice. Og det var alt. Fucking bitch. Kan vi så komme ind og få den dragting der? Ja, det kan vi. Jeg har også bare lavet hele shoten og så bare flæk. Ah, skønt. Jeg skal også lige have den straffer.
Welcome to the college.
Dragonborn. Jeg burde bare dræbe alle mennesker, og så bare være fucking kæmpe overhold, for det ingen gider, hvis meget respekt åbenbart. Fuck det altså. Nå, det her puzzle her, det er en af de nemme puzzles. Det var fucking forvirrende for mig at finde ud af. Første gang. Men det du gør, det er at du prøver at tage mig med.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
I am looking.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand girl?
Ja.
All right, then.
Og lige... Nej.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Okay, det vi skal. Ja, vi skal
You
tage
need a
det.
book? You talk to me. Otherwise you're
I'm
going...
looking
And what do
for
you plan to
elders.
do with it? To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Are you? Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Find.
All right, then.
Jeg ved ikke lige, hvad han gør nu. Jeg tror, han går ind og finder en bog eller sådan noget, og så planter den et eller andet sted.
Here you go. Try not to spill.
Ja, nu giver han også nogle bøger. Nu har vi.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but, well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Perfect. Nå ja, vi skal også lige ask ham.
100. You need a book? You talk to me. Otherwise, if you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for some other... Mages need to be reminded to be careful. A mage is... We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
Vi har completet alt. Nu kan vi bare save, og så kan jeg sige, at nu gider jeg official ikke mere. Jeg skal ikke sidde og lege fucking talkie-dukke. Fordi nu har jeg streamet 3 gange, og jeg har fået nok. Så vi vil ses i